What is going on, everybody? It's Kenny here. Welcome back to the Fortnite video. Today we're going over the V7.20 patch notes here. So as you guys know, this has been in the news feed for the last couple of days. We are getting a scoped revolver, so we're going to learn a little bit about what that is. We got a glider redeploy item that's going to take up one of your hotbar, and I think it comes with a certain amount of charges. So that's going to be cool now for all those people that want to have the glider redeploy. You can pick up an item and you're good to go. Limited time mode, one shot, which has been there for a little bit. They're going to keep that in, it looks like, for another day or so. So here we go, weapon and items. First off, the scoped revolver available in epic and legendary variants. Fires medium ammo, 42 to 44 damage per shot, available from floor loot, chests, supply drops, and vending machines. Added gliders, an item that grants glider redeploy. This item takes up an inventory slot and can be found from normal loot sources. Gliders do not need to be selected to deploy. Activate them by pressing the jump button while mid-air. So while you're mid-air, you don't have to highlight over the glider. All you have to do is press your jump button again or your deploy button, and it should activate as long as the glider thing is in your inventory. And it looks like it comes with 10 charges, which I think is going to be just absolutely insane. People are going to be flying around like crazy again. It is a rare item. Each deploy uses a charge. When all charges are used, the item disappears. So that's 10 redeploys. I honestly thought it was going to be 3, not like 10. That's a lot. You just keep jumping off a build, off a build, off a build. You're good to go. Do 90 up, jump off. You're good to go. That's going to be crazy. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little insane, but it does take up an inventory slot. So, you know, chargers, healing, sniper, or redeploy chargers, or charges, I guess you'll just have to decide. So minigun adjustments added an overall heating mechanic. Overheat occurs approximately after 6 seconds of continuous fire. Reduced the wind up time by 37%. So a buff and a big nerf, because now you have a overheat mechanic. So you can't just hold, if you have 999 mini ammo, you can't just hold it down until it runs out. And updated the audio for the minigun. So we're going to have to try that out for sure. Balloons changed from epic to rare. Stink bomb changed from epic to rare. Scoped AR decreased from rare / epic, or decreased from rare / epic to uncommon and rare. Okay. The bolt, or the following projectile based weapons now have the same projectile trajectory as the heavy sniper rifle. The bolt, wow. So there's not gonna be so much drop. Wow, this is actually a big buff to all the snipers. So before shooting the hunting rifle, like if they were really far away, it would take a long time for the bullet to get there. You guys know the heavy sniper rifle, when you shoot it, the bullet arrives pretty quick and there's very little drop. So now all the snipers are going to perform like the heavy snipers. So hunting rifle, this is huge for the hunting rifle. The other ones, it's pretty big buff, but for the hunting rifle, this is absolutely huge. Can't wait to try that out. Weapon first shot accuracy now works with icy feet and while on zip lines. Wow. So, okay. So you can just zip line around with 100% accuracy. That's pretty crazy. The reticle center dot on the scoped rifle has been reduced in size. This will mitigate situations where it appears you're on your target but still miss the shot. Trap drop chance adjustments. Trap drop. Did I say that right? Total drop chance of traps from floor loot increased from 3% to 4%, or almost 5%. From 4% to almost 5%. Sorry. Cozy campfire drop chance from increased. Loot llamas increase. Wow, so campfire's got a big buff. That's going to be good for everybody that likes doing those scrim lobbies and scrim games, because now you'll be able to have a lot of healing at the end of the game. Launch pad drop chance has been increased as well. That's awesome. Mounted turret decrease, please. Yes, it's been decreased. Okay, thank God, dude. Mounted turrets were everywhere, bro. And small shield max stack size has been, oh, I think this is a really good thing. I feel like people have mini shields for days. So seeing this being decreased, I think is good. I don't know if a lot of people are going to like it, but I think this is a good adjustment. I think the mini shield, I don't know. I really liked, what was the game mode where, Unvaulted, where it only had big shields. It felt like you could kill people a little bit faster and they couldn't just keep healing and healing and healing from minis, because they only had either big shields or you didn't have anything. So you either had 5 seconds to pop a big shield after getting shot, but you know, you could pop 2 minis in the same time. So I don't know. Either way, I think that's really cool. 6 is still, I think, reasonable. And at the same time, you don't have an insane amount of healing. A lot of bug fixes. I'm not really going to go through these. I'll link the patch notes down below if you guys want to go through the bug fixes. These are just fixes to like things that have been broken in game. There's been a lot of them. So hopefully some of these are good. Gameplay zipline improvements added the ability to change via player movement input button. So instead of having to jump, turn around, look the other way and jump, you can just press your W or S key and you'll go forward or backwards depending on which way you press. Rather than moving at max speed, as soon as entering a zipline, players will now accelerate over time to reach the max speed. So you don't go super fast right away. This will be easier to pick people off that just jump on ziplines. They'll be a little bit slower until they hit max speed. Destruction effects have been re-added to the zipline. So if you go through walls and stuff, it'll destroy them. Added a third decimal place for mouse and controller sensitivity options to help with situations where walls built mostly underground. We've added functionality where an extra piece will be, okay, so you guys remember like if you put your floor like on a hill and the wall was pretty much like completely in the ground? Well, now if you do that, it's gonna add another piece automatically. It's not gonna take from your mats. If you put a wall down, it's gonna put a wall down. If your first wall is all the way in the floor, it's gonna put up a wall. If your first wall is halfway through the floor, there's still gonna be another wall there. So if it's 60%, I believe, showing less than 30%. So if there's 70% of your wall below ground, it will put an extra one with no cost to your mats above. This is gonna be huge because there's so many situations where you can be like on a hill and you're trying to build and your wall is just completely underground. You just get shot because your wall just like, it didn't place and went underground. So that's really cool. Gamepad sensitivity, editing will no longer interrupt gunfire and pickaxe swings. Cornstalks will no longer block gunfire. Editing a structure will now begin without waiting for a response from the server. This should cut down on ghost shots before editing and making a smoother experience. So this has been actually a big issue for a while where you get like those fake shotgun shots, even though your shotgun doesn't actually shoot. So this is good. Hopefully that does a lot of help. Vehicle impact damage to players will now respect shields instead of directly applying to player health. Okay, cool. So that's good. So if you get hit by a plane and you have 200 health, instead of just losing like 30 HP and keeping your shield, it's going to knock it off the shield. When a plane explodes due to any reason, it will now deal damage to both passengers and pilots. This damage no longer ignores shields. So this is will be the same way if you have shield on. If your plane gets blown up, the damage will apply to your shield first and then health. Infinite dab is now even more infinite dab for 11 hours instead of 10. Okay. Adjusted map art to more accurately represent player and marked positions. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Textures of props used in emotes are now pre-streamed. So scorecard and other emotes that use props will have a less chance of using a low resolution texture. And the Stormwing passengers now have the same hold to exit functionality as pilots. Okay. Gotcha. So you can't just press E if you're standing on the wing and jump off. More bug fixes, events, tournaments and stuff, audio, fixed shield damage sound playing when shooting or getting hit by enemies. So that should be cool. Gliders that have music can now play their music in the lobby for previewing. Reduce the volume of the plane. Wow, reduce the volume. I thought they were pretty quiet as it was. Reduce the volume of the boombox. Thank God. Add a unique bouncing sound to Dynamite. Okay, that should be pretty cool to hear. UI updated the ammo icons and inventory to look more realistic. That should be pretty neat to check out. Bug fixes, social, art, and animation. Replay fixed a few replay loading issues. Both the Lynx and Zenith now have custom idle poses in the lobby. That's pretty neat. Mobile got some stuff. And now creative, something I'm actually really interested in. A brand new Arctic Island debuts in creative. Bundle up, drop in, and bring your vision to life. Farmstead theme, roll up your sleeves and build your dream home in the country with a new Farmstead theme prefab. So now we got like farm prefabs, so like cornfields and stuff like that. Really cool. I'm always loving to see creative stuff added. Frosty Fortress, a new selectable Arctic island with structures already placed on it. The island is ready for games to be played right away. Preview images of islands are now displayed on top of the featured islands in the Creative Hub. So all those featured maps, you'll now be able to see a picture of what they look like before you actually go in. A lot of bug fixes here. Gameplay added a new last standing option to allow creators to specify whether they want the game to end when there's only one player remaining. That's really cool. That'll be good for any kind of like free-for-all based rounds where you're doing like a deathmatch type thing. Add a new spawns option to allow players to specify how many times the player can spawn. So that's good. Same thing for a free-for-all, first to 5 lives. If you die 5 times, you run out of spawns, you're good to go. Added a new player flight option to allow flight during games or when the phone is unavailable. Added a new jump fatigue option for enabling and disabling jump height penalties. Oh, that's cool. So now you can actually do momentum jumps with no jump fatigue. So that's really cool. It's going to make parkour a lot more fun because now you're going to be able to have like a lot of momentum jumps, which is really cool. Added new gravity options, high and very high. When traps are equipped from the creative inventory, the new trap will become selected on your quick bar. Okay, gotcha. A lot of bug fixes here. Creative tools plus phone. Added turbo building to creative. Added turbo delete. Hold down and delete button will now continuously destroy building tiles and props. So that's cool. You can just faster place and delete. Added a new effect when utilizing grid snap to help visualize placement. Okay, really cool. A lot of bug fixes. Again, I'm not going to go over them. Link down below. Added some more prefabs. Added 6 farmstead prefabs to the farmstead galleries. Added 3 ice cliff galleries and added a large cube gallery. Okay, we'll have to definitely hop in and check out what all that stuff is. Added random spawner options to the item spawner. Random allows you to itemize in a random order from the spawn list. No repeat spawn items in a random order and will not repeat an item until everything in the list has been spawned once. This only differs from random if items respawn option is set to on. So is item spawner. Okay, so not the chest. At least I haven't read anything yet. Maybe they added this, but so item spawners are things that are on the floor, kind of like a trap, and you can put items in it. Now we can have random ones. So this is also really good for like Hunger Games type things where you can put an item spawner and it's going to be random every single time. Every time you start like a new round, it's going to be random. So if you go into a house and there's a grenade launcher, maybe the next time you go in, there's like a med kit or something. So that's really cool. That's something that's been needed for a long time. That and random chests have been needed for a long time. So I'm glad they added that. Renamed the gunner device to sentry, added new options for the sentry, added health and shield options, added respawn options, added accuracy and attack range options, added target sign. So they pretty much made the sentry killable now, and you can give it a certain amount of health. So this is like for aim training, obstacle courses where you have to like shoot dummies to like win and get through the obstacle course. You can now do that. So that's really cool. New elimination zone device allows players to place an adjustable zone that will eliminate players if they come in contact with it during a game. This is another thing for parkour. You have to maybe jump around the zone to get to another thing. You can't go in the zone or you die and be reset. So this is just they're adding a lot of really good things that needed to be added a while ago, but I'm glad to see that they're first coming in here now. This is really cool. Creative mode is still, kind of in the early access, so it's good to see that they're listening to the community. I'm really hoping to see a search list in the prefabs. Please add that. I don't think it's there yet. I haven't seen it, but please add that. And then weapons and items, they added the dual pistol and they added gliders to creative mode. All right, so performance, mobile, and save. I'm not going to read Save the World if you guys want to check it out. There'll be a link down below. There was a lot in this update. I'm really looking forward to it. The servers just went offline, so the update should be really soon. We're going to hop into Battle Royale. We're going to try to check out the new gliders and hopefully find the new pistol. And then after that, we will have another video today looking into creative mode and checking out all this stuff. So if you guys are new here, make sure you hit a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to have a lot of new update coverage here. And hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. I will see you guys in the videos. Take care and peace out.